myself.
I forgot that the Zoom resets.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Welcome to Two Tangled Skeins. I'm Sue, also known as Crafty Knitter 7. We are episode 83, and this is Saturday, October 25th, 2014. I'd like to welcome any new viewers and welcome back to any returning viewers.
Hi.
I'm getting really good at that.
Yeah.
Yes. Unlike me, who after 2 years still can't remember.
Well, because things have changed.
I'm Kari, also known as Jaded Knitter, and you can find us at twotangledskeins.com, which is our blog, or on Twitter, or
YouTube.
Yes, YouTube. Duh.
The blog has the show notes.
The blog has the show notes, and yeah.
Join the
Memory
Ravelry
gone.
group.
Join the Ravelry group. There we go.
Yes.
Collaborative effort.
We just threw you off. Hi.
Hi.
Yes, I know I was going to get to that. Hi, I'm Lynn, also known as Toll Baby. Nothing Knitter. I keep thinking I should change my name.
Crafty Knitter, Jaded Knitter.
Yeah, I just sit here. So, Rhinebeck.
Are we doing a Rhinebeck recap first?
I want to do a Rhinebeck recap.
They have yet to actually show me what.
She doesn't know what she got yet.
Okay.
Oh, by the way. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Because apparently my mom's watching again.
Yay! Kari will knit you a hat.
Kari is currently finishing her sweater. Because I'm a horrible, horrible daughter and have had the
She's
zipper for 2
been waiting
weeks.
for that sweater for how many years now?
Mm-mm.
Well, you knit her the first one and then it didn't fit. So how long has she been waiting for this sweater?
Well, we only decided on getting the second one in the summer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But yes, but she wanted the first one.
Okay, so are we doing a
know,
Rhinebeck
shush,
recap
but-
first, or are we going to save that to the end?
Oh, I want to do the Rhinebeck recap.
I want squishies.
Yeah.
All right, so Rhinebeck recap first, and then we'll go on to FOs, and
You're the only one who has any,
I have
think.
3 FOs.
Yeah, because unless we can count this one
Twice.
again.
No. Okay, so let me just put my needles down.
Sue's like, but I don't want to do the recap right now.
Just like we're twisting everything upside down.
Alright, how about we do foes first?
Okay, I has FOs.
She was excited about her foe.
I am. I have 3. This is one. It's my barn raising square, and it is by Shirley McKee and Larissa Brown, and I forget the name of the book.
Knit-alongs.
Knit-along.
And then there's this long subtitle, but the book is called Knit-alongs.
And it's out of 3 Irish Girls. It's the same yarn that I used for my socks on a plane.
Okay.
And so that's my first square, and it is the 3 Irish Girls colorway Brighton, which I got from Lynn. I'm not a pink person, but I had to have this one, so I traded her for it. And it is on 2.75 millimeters, which is a US 2. The next thing I have is my husband's hat is finished. So,
It looks very warm.
hope you can see the crown decreases. It is the Cashmere Ribbed Hat by Jessica Kay, and it is out of Bijou Basin Himalayan Trail, and this is the skein that they sent to us to review. It is amazing. Sorry, 3.5 millimeters, which is US 4. It is amazing, and my husband loves it, and I don't know, it's just so
If you go into the
soft.
group, there's actually a picture of him wearing it. He looks very happy
Yes.
and warm.
I'm like, here, put this on, snap. And I'm like, put your head down, I need a top of the hat one. He's like, okay. So
He's very accommodating when it comes to pictures of
Yes.
knits.
Because, well, he gets free knits.
yes. So I was like, you're getting another hat. He's like, okay.
He
And then
don't
I'm like,
mind.
And then I'm like, do you need another hat? He's like, no. And I'm like, oh crap, because I have another hat planned for him.
That's okay. Need versus available.
So
He always needs something to put on when he's walking the dogs.
this is
Almost as tall as her.
huge.
Yes.
It is a basic single crochet cowl that I made out of Bernat roving. So like not even yarn, it's actually
No, it's
roving.
pencil roving. It's
Yeah, it's pencil roving. And my daughter wanted it, she lost hers last year that I bought her, so she asked for a new one, so I crocheted this, and it is 6.5 millimeter hook, so I mean, it's
Big.
huge.
It's almost as big as my Doctor Who scarf.
Yeah, it wraps
Almost,
around
yeah.
her like 3 times. So, super squishy, and I'm gonna make her, is the camera gonna go off?
Nope.
Okay, I'm going to make her some billet mitts to go with it.
We're using a different camera. The same one I was using last week.
And the screen just dimmed a little.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does that.
We
Don't
were
worry.
concerned.
And so that's all my FOs.
Yay! I have no foes.
I'm currently sewing the zipper onto my mother's sweater,
Okay.
which
so
is why the odd motion, because there was actually a needle and thread in my hands. Okay, next.
what's on the needles? I have two things.
Go ahead.
Okay. So second barn raising square. Let me pull the needle through. Actually, I can't because I'm in the middle of a row. Second barn raising square. It's out of Cantrix yarn, and it is on 2.75 millimeters, same as the first one, which is a US 2. And it's the same yarn that I used in my Color Affection, which
It's right here.
Lynn calls minty goodness.
I call it Laura's Secret because it looks like chocolate mint.
Yes, yes, it does, and I agree with her.
Okay. And what else am I working on? Oh, yes.
Sue has taken up a new craft.
This is my cross stitch bag that I got from Rista1313, who is Girl Cave Bags. And I started cross stitching last night. So, there's that. It's a surprise for my husband. He doesn't watch the podcast, so I will show you what it's going to be.
Oh, I thought you were going to make it a surprise for them too.
Should I?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm not
Just
showing
on the off chance he does watch it to find out what you're making him.
Well, also, there's a
He
couple
is
people
devious like that.
Kathy at work watches at his work. So,
Shh, Kathy.
it's going back in the
Although
bag.
he has seen that.
That's all
You
he
sent
saw.
him a picture last night.
Yeah, and I showed him this morning. I said, that's all you get to see. So hopefully he gets the hint. That's it.
So now I have somebody to pass on all my cross stitch love to because I have loads of supplies.
Yeah, she just brought me some stuff, so yay me.
I gave it up when I started knitting.
Boyfriend sweater.
This is my boyfriend's sweater, which, yes, I have in my Bag by Awesome Granny, or Bags by Awesome Granny bag, and then inside of a plastic bag.
You could probably fit the pug in that bag. It's huge.
Probably,
Oh,
actually.
you're knitting a sleeve. I was like, why do you have DPNs in there?
Yeah, that's why it's in the plastic bag, because it was getting unwieldy to, like,
yes.
flip this around
Flip
the
around.
sleeve.
Okay.
So I just,
And there goes your yarn.
and there goes the ball of yarn. That's okay.
That seems
So.
to be a trend today.
Do you have a picture of the pattern?
No.
No.
Boyfriend sweater. Shapely boyfriend sweater.
By Stephanie Appel, and it's on US.
What else did you knit by her?
US 8, 5mm needles. A couple of things.
Yeah,
and I have a couple of her books
I've
as well.
heard her name come up before.
And
Sorry.
as you can see, I'm done. I actually finished the body of it last Sunday. A friend of mine, I was over at her house, and she looks at me and goes, I want to go see Sean Majumder, who's a comedian. Like, okay. It's like, by the way, we have tickets. We're leaving. Okay.
Jesse?
Yes. This is my friend Jesse. So yeah, I finished this while I was watching
A comedian.
a comedian at one of our local theaters. And I'm just going to put this whole thing on the ground because the balls are down there and it's going to take too much time to figure out where it is.
Lost your balls.
Yes. I've also lost my nuts. But
Remind
that's
us what you're wearing.
Oh, this is the Lotus Blossom tank out of, the pattern I got was out of the Best of Interweave.
So it's from some issue of Interweave.
Yes. And I do not remember who the pattern is by or what I did it. It's out of cotton.
Yes. That was the cotton. Was that the, no? That was that the cotton you didn't like?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
No, that's still in a bag. Never going to get finished.
I will take it apart if you want me to.
I don't even want the yarn.
I'll
will
take
take
the
the
yarn
yarn.
too.
No.
Yeah, you've already got cotton.
I've seen your stash.
Yes, that's true too.
I've never seen her stash. I've heard about it.
I took pictures. I'll have to show you later. Because when
So-
Rob and I reorganized my bedroom, we took pictures.
What's on your needles?
What's on my needles? Well, give me a sec here. I'm 2 stitches away from the end of my row.
1, 2.
2. There we go.
I was saying it to myself, I hope she literally means 2.
Oh, I did. There were 2. Okay, so this week I've been working on this scrunched up little thing, which is actually
Got a little bit of love.
unscrunched. Yes, it got a little bit of love. I worked on it all morning, actually.
Okay.
This is what I did this morning.
Cool.
So this is the Child's Provence cabled pullover by Classic Elite Yarns. When I last showed it to you, it was this big. So I got a little bit of progress, and you can actually sort of see the cables now. So that is on currently size 6 needles, a 4mm. It is out of Barocco Comfort DK, and the pattern also uses 3.25mm needles
US3.
for the beginning, just to sort of tighten it up a little bit.
Now, is that knit in pieces?
This is knit in pieces. This is the front or the back, whichever. I don't know which one the pattern makes me do first. So this, I think it's the back.
Okay.
But yeah, this is the back. So there will be seaming. I've come to
Do
use
you
with
have
that.
a recipient?
I do. My friend Kari Ann, she was one of my best friends in high school.
A worthy recipient. Let me
Yes.
rephrase.
Yes,
Good
it's not
to see
going. It's not going to them. My friend Kari Ann and I lost touch after high school, and recently I realized that she was dating and having a child with someone that I met in college, who was part of a different group of friends.
Small world.
Well, it's Ottawa.
Oh, right. Small town.
All my circles of friends intermingle. It's really weird. My wedding was a joke. I mean, my sister-in-law walked in and went to my aunt, "What are you doing here?" And I didn't know they knew each other, but they worked. There was a lot of that at my wedding. Anyway, so she had a daughter about a year ago, and this is going to be for her daughter, Olivia Clementine, who is the
Aww.
cutest little thing.
Just the name.
I know. So that's what I worked on this morning. And I've been doing a lot of, I also worked on this morning, because the last time you guys saw the Tan House Brook
It
shawl.
was teeny.
Well, no, I showed it 2 weeks ago. It was about this big the first time, and the second
Oh,
time I
right.
was
You
down
were
here.
just there.
So I've made this much progress on it. I was on the second eyelet row last
She loves the texture.
time. Yes.
I do
It's
too.
so pretty.
Mine also has not been worked on since you saw it last week.
The textured stitches in this pattern are gorgeous. It's a sort of passing stitches over type of thing, so it's not slip. Well, there are slip stitches as well, but it's not like the clavicle cover in that they're all slip stitches. But it makes a similar sort of dash effect. I really love it, and I love this yarn. This is Juliana's Fiber Lucid Dreams sock yarn in the Harvest colorway, and it is on size 7 needles, which is a 4.5mm.
And the Tan House Brook shawl is by Jennifer Lassonde, who is
Yes,
also
that
Boston
too.
Jen, and she's the host of the audio podcast Down Cellar Studio.
Oh, I didn't realize
So.
this one was from a podcaster too.
Yep.
See, I don't know all the podcasters.
We met her.
I'm sure we
I
did.
will show you. I will show you a picture of her.
I'm sure we met her.
We met her in Chicago as
I'm
well.
really bad with faces, so I may have met you about
She's
a
the one
dozen
who
times,
said-
and I won't remember.
She's the one who said, "Oh, you're knitting the shawl. Why don't you give away a copy?" Long brown hair.
Right.
That's
We
good.
saw. Didn't we see her again? No,
Yeah,
we did not.
We saw her at Rhinebeck.
Yeah. Yay! I remembered something. And the last thing I'm working on is the other night I was on the phone with Rob, and Rob mentioned that he had had occasion to wear the socks I knit him.
I love this story.
And he said, "You know, you're right. You really can feel all the stitches on the bottom of your foot, but I really like it." And I'm like,
Already looking through the
Okay.
stash.
at this point, I start pawing through the stash, and he goes, "If at some point you are so inclined and are feeling generous, I wouldn't mind another pair of socks."
And I can just hear him say this.
So
can
here's
I.
the second pair of socks. This is Spud and Chloe Fine in teal. It is the same exact same pattern I used last time. So
because they fit.
he told me he wanted exactly the same pair of socks,
Just in another
just
yarn.
in another color. Now I offered him gray. I offered him dark green, and he was like, "Well," and I said, "Would you consider teal? Because this was something that somebody gave me in a huge bag of scraps. There were 2 balls of it, just enough to make a pair of socks.
Oh, it's got that just the
Yeah,
touch of
the
roughness.
spongy and the yeah.
And that is going to wear like a dream.
It's Spud and Chloe. It's gorgeous.
I've
So
never-
I said, would you consider teal? And
Okay,
he says,
I'm officially jealous.
he says, yeah, I think I'd wear a teal shirt with those socks. And I'm like, so now what I'm planning for his birthday present is the socks and a teal shirt. Because he
Kinda
doesn't
like
currently
he's
own a
getting
teal shirt.
adventurous like Sean.
He is. I don't think I'm ever going to get him to be as adventurous as Sean.
Yellow
But
and gray.
yeah, no. I don't think he'll ever be.
Oh.
my strands
Speaking
are
of Sean
tangled.
and socks, while we were at Rhinebeck, my husband sent me a photo.
Uh-oh.
He had accidentally washed his
Yes, I remember
Hobbit
this.
garden. One of the socks that accidentally went through the wash. He hung it to dry, but when he showed me the picture of the one that went through the wash and the other one,
It was very sad.
it was very sad. So I told him what to do to get it hopefully back to him. He's like, no, I'll wait till you get home. So
Did he do it?
I wet it. I put it on the sock blocker, stretched it as much as I could. He put it on last night. It's a little snug, but it fits.
Yay!
Excellent.
Because she was like, what do we do now? And I said, well, tell him
It's
to
got
wet it and put it on his
silk
damn
in
foot.
But it all worked out, and he's going to be ever so more careful when he.
Oh, yes, he is. If he ever wants
all
little
of
socks
my
again.
hand knit socks go through the washer and dryer.
Oh no. No, mine are all.
Washer dryer done.
My
mine are-
dad's do because I made them out of acrylic, but no.
All mine I do by myself. That's why I bought so many bottles with soap, because I do a lot. So, yay!
You know what's as good as soak and a lot cheaper?
Dawn?
No.
No.
Baby shampoo.
Oh, well, remember, I got those bottles for $3 a piece.
Yes, that's true.
So, Rhinebeck.
No, a book review.
Yeah. We're going to make you work for it.
Yeah. Book review, because
I read it too, don't worry.
Cooperative Press gifted Kari and I, and we were allowed to give them to Lynn, 7 books to review. So
Yep.
we reviewed the Dishcloth Diva, the 2 books already, so we're going to review another one.
Yep.
And
I had not read the Dishcloth Diva book. Diva
I have
books at
no
the
idea
time,
if this is showing up or not.
It
but
is.
I have read this one.
Yeah, this is the Knitter's Gallery of Mitered Squares.
Yep.
And it's by Jill Bigelow? Sutton?
Bigelow Settle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Jane Bigelow.
It's a mother-daughter team.
Yeah. And I really like the beginning of it because it goes through all of the different
Possibilities.
of squares and how to actually attach them to each other
So that
while
they
you're
look right.
knitting them.
Yeah, that's what I've
Yeah.
noticed. People that are making them, they attach as they go.
Yeah. And how to attach, so they're set up in different patterns, so they're diamonds, they're squares going one way, the other way, whatnot. And also how to work them so that one's, for example, 35 stitches and the next one's 38, how to kind of shuffle it so that
Because you're not
it
always
still
going to get
works.
the exact. It's going to kind of be like this one. I might not always get the exact, but I'll come close.
Exactly.
Right. Or not.
Or not. And it also, they have a section that shows how to do half squares. or
partial squares, quarter
Okay.
squares,
partial
and half.
squares.
Okay.
So you can, have a straight edge as opposed to,
A zigzag
A
edge.
zigzag
Now,
edge.
is it all charted? Because I know there are
believe
some
so.
people who do
Patterns
not
are
like.
all charts.
Okay.
Yes. The patterns
Which-
are all charts. They're not hard to read though, and they do explain
No,
at the
that
beginning.
I found that they used very, very, very similar symbols in a couple of them that unnecessarily.
Oh, okay.
Because there was one pattern I looked at where they had one of the symbols was a V and the other one was a V with a line under it, and it was like, why didn't you just pick another letter? To me, that was a little
Okay.
overly confusing, but the patterns are very well written. I found that
As you can see, I didn't read this book.
it is exactly what it says. It is a gallery of mitered squares, and for that purpose, it is excellent. For somebody who had never thought about knitting mitered squares, because I haven't, it's not really my thing. I don't actually tend to like how they look, and I feel bad, but I don't like how
Yeah,
they
but
look.
it's not for everybody.
No,
Right?
not everybody's gonna like the same
Like
patterns,
I
which is why there's
I
such
chose the
variety.
vine raising because I like the squares.
Like I said, I have no idea if these are showing.
Yeah, like that. It looks
Yeah,
like
you
it's
should
showing.
be able to. Yeah, you should be able to see that.
That's one of the pictures, and they literally
Yeah.
have. It's a picture followed by the.
The
I'm
chart.
not going to show you the
Pattern.
charts, but the
Yeah.
chart. Yeah.
But I mean, it's neat because as you
Yeah.
knit them.
Okay.
And it does.
That's what makes the square, is the two triangles coming together.
Yeah, and they do explain in the beginning of the book how to do like just a basic one
Okay.
with nothing
no
on, like
So-
how it's constructed.
Do you think this is a beginner could make a mitered square blanket?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
It's as much for beginners as it is for more experienced knitters. The
Okay.
problem I had with it personally was that I found that the information would have been better interspersed between the patterns as opposed to whomp, big chunk of information and then a whole bunch of patterns.
And
Okay.
see, I'm the opposite. I actually
Yeah.
like the fact that
It's
all
there.
the information was at the beginning and then you have all the patterns at the end,
Yeah,
so I don't have to
that's-
hunt the information.
It ends up being a preference thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a very, very good
Now,
resource.
do they have a gallery in the front of the book that shows every square?
No.
Okay, that's something I do like in pattern books. But
Yeah.
That was why I had a preference for one knitting magazine over all the other ones I'd ever seen, was because at the back there was an index with the pictures of
yeah,
the patterns.
I love those because Knit Scene does that, right?
Yeah.
And Interweave.
I don't know about
I'm not
Interweave.
sure.
I've never bought that one. But
Okay.
well, actually, that's not true. I bought a copy last night, so I
Yes,
guess
she
I'll
did.
find out.
And
She-
Interwave does do
She
it.
bought the copy of the ebook that has the.
That she had bought me the pattern for, apparently.
Yeah, I bought the pattern a couple of years ago when she showed it
I
to us.
totally forgot about
But
that. I didn't even
as
check my library.
But as we were going through the magazine last night,
There
you
were
saw.
so many
Oh, yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
patterns. Sorry, we're just having a complete aside conversation here.
Side note.
Kind of what we do, but
But
yeah.
no, the Mitered Square book, I really like it, and I am actually, I'm going to probably knit a sock blanket.
Suffice to say, I'm no more interested in knitting mitered squares than I was before, because I really just don't like the way they look.
We'll see.
But
You're
it
doing
was-
a hexy puff. I'm doing
Yeah.
the barn raising. She's doing miter square. So it's all different.
Yep.
Yep.
It's preference.
So yeah, it was a very good
Who knows, I
resource.
might fall
though. I
down the
learned a
crit-
lot about mitered squares by reading the book.
I
So.
might fall down the crazy train because I said I would never do one of these.
Mm-hmm, I know.
And I'm doing it.
That's okay. She was pretty much the same way. No, I don't want to do that. Why would I want to do that? Here, have my scraps. Here, have my scraps.
Okay. Without further ado, Rhinebeck.
Should we start with her stuff?
No.
Oh, all right. She's meaner than I am.
Do realize I'm sitting here holding sharp, pointy objects, right?
Only
I
a little
care.
teeny tiny one. Mine are bigger.
Have other ones I can pull out if I need.
Not easily. Yeah,
So-
get it. Stay out of mine.
I still have money for you.
Hey. That's my pointy
There
object.
you go. That was a specific request.
Yes, it was. It's
Bijou
to go
Basin.
with this one.
Did I get the right?
Yep, they're right. So those are going to be probably knits because I found a pattern for them.
And then,
Since you're the only one who hasn't used up your Bijou Basin yet.
Yes.
then she wanted some lace sparkly from Bittersweet.
Yes. Bittersweet Woolery.
Close your eyes.
Which is bittersweetwoolery.com on the internet. Yes, it's pretty. It's the Stardust Lace Base, and it's aqua, one-of-a-kind colorway.
And I finally got to meet Bittersweet.
Yes. Tina. Hi, Tina!
Hi, Tina.
Thank you.
Yes. So what's it going to become? I'm going to pet it for a while.
Yep.
Okay.
It'll eventually tell me what it's going to be.
So I got this scrumptious.
Monstrosity. Yes, I don't get to touch that.
It's Prem Alpaca from the Misty Mountain Farm. 100% superfine natural colored alpaca in DK weight, 665 yards.
Oh yeah, it was a really good deal.
And I'm going to knit this, the Stockholm scarf.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what yarn I have that I can knit that out of.
So alpaca stays away from you.
Yes, thank you.
I also finally met Jess from Stitch. Is it Stitch by Jessalou? I think so. And there's no. Yeah, I think it's. Oh, here it is. Yes, Stitched by Jessalou. So yeah, I don't need another bag, but I saw her there, and I was like, I have to support you. And it's got squirrels and foxes
And owls.
and owls.
Come on.
I mean, hello, nothing more Canadian than that.
Squirrel.
And it's got these beautiful. What do you
I
call
have to be
those?
careful. She can brandish alpaca at me.
So that happened. Then one of my booths I had to go to, you know, a lot of people have the Miss Babs. I wanted to go to Fiber Optic. I wanted a set of her gradients, and I did not get green.
Yeah, she came back and she's like, "You'll be proud of me. I didn't get green. Here."
80% superwash merino, 10% cashmere, 10% nylon. There's 15 mini skeins, and they're 30 yards each. So I have 450 yards total. And it is the Cashmere gradient. No, Espresso Crimson Gold gradient. But they're called paint box gradients.
Yes. And they were very popular this year.
Fiber Optics is by Kimber Baldwin Designs. So you can see the range of colors.
Fiber Optics. Everybody knows who Fiber Optics is.
Yep.
Yes.
And then I got a pattern at the booth. It's called the Simply Yet Effective Shawl by Laura Chow. And so I'm going to be knitting that.
It's very pretty.
Yes, I thought it would be really nice with the gradient.
Crystal went back the second day and bought 2 more gradient sets because she
Yes.
also bought one the first day and then she went and bought 2 more.
I got yarn from Bittersweet.
Yeah, I
which
got that
is
one too.
The Guilty Pleasures base, and it is the Terrible Lizard.
I got the same skin. Well, I got it first and then she was like, "Oh,
How can you not?" I got
that's
one with-
pretty."
Mine has less green, I think.
Yeah,
So that's, of course,
I'd have to dig mine out. We'll get there.
I'm going to be casting that on right away
I'm
because
seeing footsies with you.
I knit Bittersweet's
How's it
yarn
going?
as soon as I get it every
Yes.
year. Then Lynn was in a booth. What was it called again?
It was that was Little Barn Yarns,
Yeah.
which is where I get my cheap fiber every year because they have excellent.
And she
excellent
had
fiber.
this fluorescent pink and yellow, and I'm like, where did you get that? So I went back and I got this. It's called Fluoro Time by Filatura Lanarota.
It's basically it's an Italian mill house that makes exactly the same as brand name yarns, but it's a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
That is exactly the same as Florovania, but which is by Regia.
Yeah.
Okay, so they copy very, very popular yarn bases and stuff like that because they had all kinds of stuff. They had the equivalent to Patton's Classic Wool. There was all kinds of stuff in his booth because he carries that stuff almost exclusively yarn-wise.
Then I got a lucette. What a lucette is, you wonder? It's to make I-cords, i.e. shoelaces.
Yeah, pretty much.
So Elizabeth and I both got one, and I'm going to learn how to make shoelaces because my husband always complains about the crappiness of shoelaces that come with very expensive shoes.
Yes.
What else did I
And
get?
this is why I buy shoes that don't come with shoelaces.
It was kind of funny because the lady who had the booth
it's all
wouldn't let
Damn it.
Crystal take a picture of the loose stuff on the table, and we were like, "Okay, lady, these have been around for hundreds of years. You did not invent these."
And then I got the Rhinebeck sweater collection
Yes, which I'm very
with
excited about.
Isolda and friends.
Yes.
So I got myself a copy of that. Was not cheap,
No.
but no shipping.
No. There's
So,
that.
it
And
would've-
there are some excellent sweaters in that
There
book.
are.
There's some pretty
I was
nice
very
things in
excited
there.
when the book came out, and
And it's all bent on the back now.
that's okay. It will be all right.
Put it between
No,
a couple of.
It's not. It's like
Yeah. That's
And
okay.
then I got some soap. Who is this from again?
I don't remember. It should say right on the front.
No.
No?
No. Soap Treasures.
Oh, okay.
York, PA, Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. Yeah.
Pennsylvania.
So I got, this was 3 for $20. So oatmeal, honey almond.
I know. We walked by this booth and we're like,
Don't.
Oh, ginger spice.
that one's lovely.
And then I thought about this one for my husband, although he has no sense of smell. Rain.
At least she'll be able to smell him.
They
So
still smell good.
Mine,
gonna-
the one I got was almost exactly the same as that one. It's called something a little bit different, and it smells a teensy bit different, but it's almost identical.
and
Can
I'm
I see
gonna,
the oatmeal one again?
yeah, I'm gonna cut them in half. And that way we're getting 6
Put
bars.
it back,
No.
or you don't
that.
get your surprise.
Oh wait, I have a surprise.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ow. Cool.
I'll warn you now, I did not bring my pickles.
Okay.
I bought pickles at Rhinebeck.
And Sean already started eating the cheese.
Yes, that's right. You bought him 3 chili.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Buddha. It's
3 chili Gouda.
really good.
It looked really good, but I didn't want to go picking at the samples and things because there were lots of people picking at the samples.
And then I will do my swap box after.
Okay, so me, yay! Well, first thing, I went to Bittersweet Woolery. I'll have to show you the yarn in a minute.
And remember what we found on her website that we didn't realize she sold?
Yes.
Okay.
I bought myself an Ostapin. It's a Xiaogu one, so I have a big stick. And I'm not sure, I think this is to keep it from slipping off the end, but there's a groove around the top that I've never seen on an Ostapin
I
before.
think what you do is you wrap the yarn around this, go down, and then start wrapping.
Yeah.
That's your cynical
Okay. Oh, look at that. I've been using a highlighter, so... Because I have these tapered end highlighters, and I've been using that as an Ostapin.
It's pretty.
It's really pretty, and it was $10.
That's it?
It was $10. Why do you think I bought it?
Tell me, I didn't.
I showed it to you!
But you didn't tell me it was so cheap.
I'm sorry. Well, it says right here on the thingy. I was whacked with
Please do not be whacking
my
the
whacking
Kari.
stick.
Does she go to Maryland?
No, because she's from the area
Right.
near. She's from. I think she's in Massachusetts.
Okay.
Or, she's not too far from Rhinebeck, so she. I have not seen her at Maryland, but she was at Stitches.
Mm-hmm.
So we see her a few times a year. I'm not sure if she goes to Maryland. I'll have to check. But yes, she has a new online store from the last
Very
time
nice.
we saw her at a festival. It's
Very
bittersweetwoolery.com.
Very dangerous.
And she has started selling, her store will not reopen until November 10th, so don't get too excited. She has started selling project bags and mugs that she had at Rhinebeck, and they were really pretty.
You need another mug like you need another bag.
The only other mug I will buy myself, if I can get my hands on one, is Jenny the Potter.
Yeah, and let me tell you, by the time we got to Jenny the
There
Potter's booth, there was nothing left.
No, and she was taking pre-orders. Guess
Yeah.
what? The girl in front of Crystal and I
Got the last
one.
pre-order.
So, mind you, had we gone on the first morning,
Well, had we gone
Straight
early
there.
the first morning and gone straight to her booth, we probably would have been able to get something. But people were lined up at 8 a.m. at her booth. Festival doesn't open till 9. So Jenny the Potter's stuff just kind of flies off the shelves. We'll probably have better luck at Stitches,
Yeah.
because she was at Stitches last year, I think.
no,
Was she not?
No, that's Pause and Reflect.
Well, no, I know I've seen them, but I thought she was at...
No.
No, it's
okay.
a different Potter.
So Maryland, I
She's at
guess, will
Maryland.
have better luck, because, well, first of all, we had a nice leisurely breakfast.
Or I should just give my money to Shannon, Minerva Turkey. Minerva Turkey,
Yeah.
please buy me a mug, because you seem to get one every year.
Yeah, well, she was also in line at stupid o'clock in the morning. So were the other ladies at the cabins
Yeah.
we were staying at. I had recommended the cabins to another group of ladies who were traveling in from Illinois. And they were on site at 8 a.m. We weren't even out of the cabin at that hour.
Were you out of bed?
No.
Yes, well, I
Yes,
had
we were.
gotten up at 7. And we were all awake, and we were slow.
We were at the diner by about 8:30.
Yeah, we were slowly making our way towards breakfast. So Nostapin.
Nobody warrants me being up at 6 a.m. to buy their product. Sorry.
Not even Jenny?
No one. Because that means I would have to drag everybody up at 6 a.m.
Well, Crystal and I were up. I went into town to get them all coffee because I was
I know,
up.
that was so nice. I woke up and there was coffee. Like, oh my god, I love you.
So this is Polworth. It's from New Zealand. It is 4 ounces of 100% Polworth. It is a lovely, lovely, lovely color, and it is pin drafted, so that means it's ready to spin. It is so squishy and soft and wonderful. And it's from Foxfire Fiber and Design. I'm going to see if they have
It
a
is.
website.
So soft. Yeah, because I have to link all this in the show notes.
Yes, it is www.foxfirefiber.com. So it is New Zealand Polworth pin drafted roving, 4 ounces. It was cheap,
Let me write that down.
and it was such a pretty color. I had to buy it.
Foxfire Fiber?
Yes, I will give you all the little cards and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So that will go into the ginormous bag I'm putting all my stash in. Oh, yes, I got these. I don't know if you can see them very well, but I got these little necklaces, and Elizabeth got a set too. And they were from, I have all the business cards from the trunk show,
show.
because we went to the trunk show on Friday night at the garden something or other. Oh, here's a button.
Oh.
From the trunk show.
Thank you.
It is from a Little Teapot Designs. They are basically merino and silk wrapped around a silicone core. And it's got a little snap clasp on the back. And they have an Etsy shop, so I'll give you that.
Okay.
I didn't buy anything else at the trunk show because I was all like, why would I spend money here? Spend money tomorrow! Well, I'll check out the vendors next year before we go to the trunk show, if we go.
Yeah.
And maybe scope out some stuff to buy. This I bought on the second day. They were all like, as if you need more fiber. So what did I do? I bought more fiber. This is...
That was at the same place I got my alpaca.
Yes, it was Misty Mountain Farm, I think was the name of the booth.
Oh, okay.
This is Dizzy Lizzie's Hand Paints fiber. It is BFL, 4 ounces, and the colorway is called Spring Violets, and it was really inexpensive, and it is so pretty, because I like purple. And so I bought that the second day. That's pretty much all I bought the second day other than pickles. Put that away. I had about half to 2/3 of this in Ziploc bags ready to put away into my stash when I
Then
realized...
she texted me going, oh,
Damn it, I need to bring them to Sue's to put on the podcast.
oh, super deal on that.
I got this lovely little project bag.
Supposed to be
Which has
$12.
an inside pocket. Well, they were clearance. They were remainders that she wanted to get rid of. This actually has like cardboard or something in the base to make it stand upable. And it's got a nice little pocket inside. It has this lovely little lockable drawstring. And it has a little loop here for a carabiner, which is how it was hooked up to the thingy. And I love it because it's nurse stuff. And my aunt and my cousin are both nurses. Actually, 2 of my cousins are nurses. One's a nurse's aide, and the other one's a nurse.
Very cute.
So I got this for a steal. She entered the wrong price into the cash register. She entered $7.
Because she thought it was a spindle bag.
She thought it was a spindle bag, and we're like, spindle ain't gonna fit in there. But she had already entered the price, and she was like, meh, so you get it for the spindle bag price. So I got it for $7, and it was the last clearance bag they had left, and I loved it because mine.
You can put your sweater that you're knitting for the baby in there.
Actually, I was gonna put it in the Awesome Granny bag
Okay.
because it zips.
Oh, right.
But I do have a plan for this one. So I bought myself a project bag.
She's slowly getting more bags.
Very
Just
slowly.
saying.
Very slowly. I'm almost done getting bags.
Women who said she'd never use project bags.
I got 2 bags of this. This is CVM comb top. This was from Little Barn Yarns. All the natural colored fiber you're going to see is from Little Barn Yarns. Because he's my favorite. I love you. Poor guy was by himself this year. There was a lineup all the way around the booth and out the door. Because he has his own tent at Rhinebeck. All the way through the tent and out the door. The lineup. It was insane. And people were getting rather rude if you wanted to move past them to look at something.
Yeah, because when I got
Sue
the
got told off.
when I got the sock yarn, I asked Lynn where she got it, and I went around, and I'm like, I just want to see the yarn. This woman just looked at me. I thought she was going to rip my head off.
People
Like,
were getting nasty in that
I just
booth.
want to
It was
see
surprising.
the yarn. And then I walked up to the front of the line and gave it to Lynn.
Yeah, because I was,
She was our
next
line.
in line. So this is CVM, which is a rare breed. There are fewer than 1,000 animals worldwide. This particular animal comes from the Shadow Sheep Farm. It's called the Shadows Farm, and their website is shadowssheep.com. So that's where the animal came from. I love the fact that, because it's a rare breed, they actually tell you where it's from, so you can, trace that, yes, this is in fact a rare animal. And my bag got all cut up, so I'm going to have to get a new one to store it in. But I got 8 ounces of this.
For 6 something.
8 ounces for $6.95 for 4 ounces. So I paid like $14 for 8 ounces of this stuff. This is why I go to Little Barn Yarns, because yes, his prices are always that good. So I've got 2 bags. I didn't keep them all up here because there's a lot of stuff in here. I bought 2 bags of this, which is organic cotton combed sliver. I don't know what that means,
So
but
soft.
it is the softest damn thing I have ever touched. You may put your fingers in. Softest damn thing I've ever felt. I don't know if I'm ready to spin cotton yet, but I got it anyway because, well, I'll be ready eventually. And this was $6 for 4 ounces, and I got 2 of them. So that was $12 for 8 ounces of cottony goodness. And it's, I don't know if you can tell there.
Yeah.
But it's lovely stuff, so I bought that. I spend, well, I don't spend a lot of money at Little Barn Yards, I just get a lot of their stuff. I also got 8 ounces of Wensleydale, which is a British breed from Little Barn, and this was $8 for 8 ounces. And it's not quite as soft as Merino, it's a coarser breed. Excuse me, it's not even as soft as Polworth, but it's similar to Corriedale.
Yeah, very much so.
And I got 8 lovely.
And that'll
ounces
be
of
nice
it.
to spin because it'll stick.
Yes. Yeah. This is more beginner stuff.
Yeah.
For me. It's more for me to practice on. Because I do have some Corriedale at home, but it's all colored. So, I got that. And the last thing I got from Little Barn Yarns, where are you, boy? Actually, that's not true because I have the funky yarn too. I got this lovely Jacob comb top. This is 8 ounces for $11. It's a little bit pricier because, well, there's just not as much of it. And Jacob sheep come in a bunch of different colors. They can be almost white, they can be gray, they can be black. So I love this stuff. It is beautiful.
It's got like little flecks of a lighter color to
yeah,
it.
It's got little flecks of black and white in it. And it is just the prettiest stuff. It's another coarser yarn. It's not as soft as some of the finer ones, but it's a lovely thing. And I wanted some gray because last year I got some gray locks of a Leicester cross, and I didn't have any Jacob in my flock, so I needed some Jacob. That's also why I bought the Wensleydale. And this is the stuff that Sue was talking about. It is insanely bright. And how I ended up with this, I did not pick this off the shelf. The lady in front of me, we were like 3 people from the end of the line at the cash, and she suddenly got fed up, put all her stuff down, and walked off. And I was like, yoink, mine. Because it's pretty. And
yeah, the other color they had was similar to the Floromania that I bought, so
yeah,
that's why I bought it.
Yeah, they had a green and blue like the one you have. Was it the blue one you bought? Yeah. I should know I picked it. So anyway, that was the last thing I bought at Little Barn Yards. You may have noticed I came back with a lot of stuff. Aside from these little thingies, which are really cute, I came back with this lovely necklace. And this is tricky because I think it actually managed to twist itself. There we go. This is what I bought. It's a little ceramic. I think it's supposed to be a flower. It's not a sheep for once. So it's a little flower, and it comes on this little ribbon thing, which is a little bit too short for my taste, but it'll do for now. And this was from a booth called Coco Noel. And they do, there's a card here. Here's the card. They have a website, it's coconoel.com. And they were right across from Serena of Sock, and I saw these hanging there, and I was like, yep, gotta have one of those. They're pretty. This was also only $10. Which is why I bought it. Noelle was actually, no, not Noelle. Who was there? Her name is, nope, that's the wrong one. Liz Coco and her husband Noel Becker. I believe it's her husband anyway. I actually got to meet Liz. She was there with her daughter, and her daughter wrapped this up for me. So I got a pretty little necklace. And I got to meet the coolest, the very nicest person that I have known for years on LSG, on Ravelry, in the Lazy, Stupid, and Godless group. He's one of the moderators. His name is Brewer Gnome on Rav. And he owns a little company called Gnome Spun Fiber, or Gnome Spun Yarn rather. It's gnomespunyarn.com. It's spelled like that.
He was in the booth that.
And he was in the booth, and as I walked up to him with this thing in my hand.
Just Stitched by Jessa Lou was in the same booth, right?
Yes. And as I walked up to him with this in my paws, he said, "I know you. Where do I know you from?" So, you know, he was lovely. He was very nice. He was wearing a kilt, so 'Cause
You can never go wrong with a man in a kilt.
no, you cannot. And he is quite fit looking. Sadly, I'm not his type. But that's okay, because I'm, sort of taken. But I got this lovely, lovely, lovely. This is called Finn comb top. It's wool, but I don't know what kind of wool. It doesn't say on his website either. And the colorway is azurite and malachite. And it is gorgeous and squishy and fluffy and pretty. Bit of fluff. It's wool. It's not merino or anything, but it is wool, and it's 4 ounces, and it was very reasonably priced. His tagline for his business is, "Why settle for homespun when you can have gnome spun?"
That is cute.
He has yarn as well, so if you're interested, go take a look at his website, because he's got some really pretty stuff. Not sure how much he has left over after Rhinebeck, but
He will have more later.
he will. This stuff. Yeah, it's not pink.
No.
My
That was the 2 for $20.
Seaport Yarns out of New York had a table of one-of-a-kind dyes, single skeins of sock yarn, 2 for $20. So I got these two. This one's an olive green, and this one's sort of a purpley charcoal gray. These will eventually be socks for Rob, because, well, boring guy sock colors. I love you! He doesn't watch the podcast.
I was staring at the table going, nope, nope, nope.
Elizabeth and I both succumbed to the table.
Well, I was
So.
looking for Crystal, and I came back to where we were all standing, and they were gone.
Yep.
Where did they go?
We were hanging with the cheap yarn. So there's my skein of Terrible Lizard. And I also got a skein of, I think it says Fluoric.
I regret not getting a second skein.
And it is
of the
so
yarn from her.
pretty. I mean, the Terrible Lizard is my prized possession from Rhinebeck. I love this colorway, and as soon as I saw it, I yoinked it off the little hook thing. But this one's also very, very pretty. It's got some blues and purples and aquas, and I love it. And you don't get to touch. Because I know if she touches it, it's going down her top. Especially that blue and purple one. And then, the very last thing I bought, other than pickles, was this.
What's this?
It's for you.
Surprise!
Ooh. Ooh. Thank you.
Because we know you love her.
Yes. I've actually bought socks from, this is the Serena socks, and I bought a sock pattern from her every year I've gone
I
right
almost bought the shark socks. And when I came home and asked Sean, he's like, yeah, I probably would have worn them. I'm just like, oh.
Maybe next year.
back.
Or maybe in Maryland.
It's War of the Roses, which
Yes.
is nice.
I figured that would be particularly...
I'm a big English history buff, and
And these are the York and Lancaster
Sure.
houses, the roses. It's the War of the Roses.
I love that she puts a clip, that clippy thing.
Yes.
Patterns. It's not a carabiner, but
It's the binder clip.
binder
Yep.
clip, that's, yeah.
And she said, because I asked her, I said, okay, my friend has very large hands, because you do. Much bigger than mine, anyway.
I have man hands.
And I asked her, I said, okay, is this going to be enough yarn, or do I need to buy extra? And she said, that kit is made for the largest size that the pattern is written for.
Cool.
So you should have enough.
Oh yeah, and actually with her stuff, her larges actually tend to be too big for me, and
Bonus.
which is
Because I did pull her aside and ask her, because I was like, I need to make sure this is going to be enough yarn, so I don't need to come back.
yeah.
Thank you. And I figured the War of the Roses would be particularly of interest to you.
Yes.
That's all I got.
That's all?
Well, I do have something I ordered before we went to Rhinebeck, because, well, I'm crazy that way. But I don't like the same kinds of stitch markers as they do. They like the metal pretty ones and with the hangy little doodads and stuff. I tend to like these little rubber O-rings, and I finally found a source on Etsy for the little rubber O-rings, and I was super excited because I did not notice when I posted the picture on the group for everybody that she had sent me a little assortment of multicolored ones.
Yeah. I don't know if that's the same person I bought mine from when I started knitting, but I still have some of those.
And they're dirt cheap. They're $3 a pack. So even though some of the smaller packs are a little bit smaller than I thought they were, because, well, I was eyeballing this and didn't bother measuring or anything. So some of them are a little too small, but that's okay because I will find other uses for them. And they are from beadmeastory.com. That's her Etsy shop. It's Mary Susie who does the Mary Susie and Kathy Wells who do them out of Maryland. And their business card is probably a little bit hard to read, but I will leave those with you. And so I bought myself a whole bunch of little black ones, and I'm going to have to buy some more at some point because I want
You know what? I'm not going to link the Rhinebeck stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of it.
There's a lot of it.
Well, most of my stuff came from one store.
Yeah, and if you want to see the stash, you can go look in our stash because
We actually have a Rhinebeck thread where we
Yeah.
all flashed our stash.
Yes,
and
if you want
all
to
that
see
stuff.
it and you have
so
questions,
I don't mind putting links to my stuff in there.
yeah, go into that thread, and if there's something you want to know about, just ask us because that's just a lot more work for me that I just don't feel like
Yeah.
doing it.
Especially since you have a whole bunch of stuff over there to like. Sue's turn.
I got my swap packet. Oh, actually, I'll start with the yarn I got. First, I got some yarn on a D-Stash through Instagram, and I've never knit with no makers, and I wanted it, and it's called, it's a Scanny Dunker, so it's a one of a kind, and born on date. So it's got, that's not pink, it's like salmons and grays and whites and
It's kind of pink, but
Pinky.
it's not pink.
but, you know, I got it on a D-Stash, and it's really pretty, and it's going to be socks for my daughter.
Once you said salmon, that looked like a cut open salmon to me.
Then, I
I'm
got
suddenly hungry.
mustache yarn. I got one of her pre-orders. It is the Dark Side of the Moon, which is a Pink Floyd reference, and it's an OCD kit. OCD kits are two separate skeins that are dyed exactly the same, so your socks will be exactly the same.
Nice.
Yeah, so Stacy, and I got to meet Stacy at Rhinebeck, and so I got this just before we left. It's 80/20 superwash merino nylon, 468 yards.
And you got lucky because boy is that stuff hard to come by. Ever
Very
since
hard.
the Yarn Harlot knit a pair of socks out of that yarn, you cannot get
Yeah,
it.
as soon as I saw the email, I was like, on it. Like, stink. I waited about 4 weeks for it, but yeah, very worth it. I got some needles off eBay, and I don't have the seller name with me.
She went kind of crazy.
Well, it's 11 circular needles, and the sizes are weird though. They're in, I think,
British.
Oh, yeah, that's British.
It's 11 of them. So, yeah, I got all those for like $6. Don't touch. And the same seller sells packs of 100 locking stitch markers for like $3, and it's free shipping. So
Sue was like, sold.
I'm just like, yeah. And I mean, it took a little while to get to me, but who cares? Like, it's extra needles, and they're so light. So light.
And they're stainless steel, so Kari can borrow them.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Then I got my swap package from the Susan Claudino
There it is.
group, and she is a toy designer, little critters. And so I want to show the critter first. So first of all,
Get out of there.
she sent my swap partner, sent me a really cute card, and her name is Karen, and she's Foxtrot 400 on Ravelry. She sewed 3 bags for me, so this is one. How cute is that?
Because clearly she knew you had a little bit of a bag problem.
Probably. And so in the box is my little, because you had to knit a little stuffy and then add whatever you wanted to the box. So she knit me a little mouse. Isn't it cute? And she
And it's
put
green.
and she put Mickey Mouse ears on it. And in the package are some Russell Stover dark chocolate and coconut cream. And then she put some empty candy wrappers because
Because the mouse ate them.
because the mouse ate them, but she said in her letter that she told the mouse not to eat them. So that's one. So this is just, it's awesome.
And it's green.
It's
so,
green. And then the second bag, which is orange,
which is her second favorite.
and it's
color.
got spiders on the inside, is full
Yeah, we won't go into the spiders.
of mini skeins.
Kari and I got attacked by a spider on the way here.
So, mini skeins. Then there's a little Minnie and Mickey Mouse tin. And inside, she freaked when she saw this. It's a milk bag cutter. If you don't have milk bags in the US, we do here.
I have not seen one of those cutter things since I was a little kid.
Really?
Yeah. Well, because my mom threw all hers out, I guess. And
They're all magnetized.
but they're to cut the end of the milk bag, but they're also really good for cutting yarn and whatever.
It's magnetized.
I'm fairly certain I still have one of those.
This is a
I still have one of
measuring
the things
tape.
that goes in the middle of a 45.
I've got these tiny little buttons, so I think Wild Thing buttons. So if I want to knit a Wild Thing, that's cute. And then there's some darning needles and some little stitch markers attached to these little magnets. I can't get them off. So how cute is that? And then this bag, which is smaller, is full of candy.
I think that bag's too small for your collection.
And I don't think you should be eating all that candy alone.
Well, I definitely shouldn't be helping her. You probably shouldn't either.
So yeah, that was awesome. I am like unbelievably happy with everything.
And boy, oh boy, it was her swap partner creative. She was showing me this stuff, and I'm like going, holy cow!
And the other thing that I bought is from Yarn Mugger on Etsy. I bought a set of stitch markers with a dragonfly, and then I bought an extra stitch marker that has a lobster clasp with a ladybug. But I love her packaging because it comes in this little bag with a fox stamped on it, and then the stitch markers
Oh, neat.
come on a pin.
On a kilt pin.
Yep. I had to have them.
All I can say is yay kilts.
So that is it. Oh, sorry. One more thing.
I was gonna say no, it wasn't.
We got sent some stitch markers from Floops. Floppy Loopy Stitch Markers. And they are floopsstitchmarkers.com. You can get small, medium, large, and assorted. And I think this is an assorted. And it's hair ties. I think they look like little bells on the end.
They aren't bells. I was looking at them earlier. They aren't actually
But they're
bells.
cute.
But they're just, that's what's holding them together. But they
Yeah.
are cute.
So I asked to come, like this was in the summer that I asked if she wanted to send us some. So yeah, so she sent us those to review.
Cool.
Don't poke me, woman.
Sorry.
So the only other thing we have is
I got my whacking stick here.
we had the 800 member draw, and let me tell you, getting to 800, we must have had 10 people join in the last 6 days, and we're still at $7.99.
Yeah.
We were at 800 last night, and
So
now
whoever
we're at
keeps
$7.99.
leaving, cut it out.
And we don't know who's leaving because it doesn't tell us. So you know what? We're doing the draw anyway
Yep.
Yep.
because we were at 800 many times.
We've actually been up to like 802 or something.
Somebody
Yeah.
clearly doesn't want you guys to get a prize, and we don't roll that way.
Yeah. So, Kari needs random number generator.
Oh.
And I need the internet.
Kari forgot about that. Yes, does Kari need me to move?
Nope. Got
Okay.
it.
Hey!
What?
Nothing. I was trying to imply you grabbed my butt again. She grabbed my butt earlier.
Children.
Be thankful we didn't grab yours.
Yeah, see, it still says $7.99, but guess
What are
what?
you talking
We're
about?
doing it anyway.
Oh, I didn't.
Member list.
It's been a while since I've groped anybody.
Not sure I'm going to be able to see, but I'm going to try. La 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 la. Come on, open. There we go.
If you can't see, do you want me to open it on my tablet?
Nope, I can see.
Okay.
I just need to. How do you make it bigger?
Oh, zoom.
Where's the zoom? This
Upper
one?
right? Nope, towards the right.
Yeah, that was right.
There. Oh, well, yeah, you can use that one too.
Cannot see.
The camera is
The
unfortunately...
bottom one is, I think, the
Yeah,
variable.
variable. That's the one you want.
And then just up. You want at least 125.
I think I'm at like 100.
There you go.
There we go. So, 2 to $7.99 because you're number 1, and I'm in there too. But and so
Yeah,
is
she's
Lynn.
like number 400
She's
or
400
something.
something.
Because obviously people are using their phones because that's how I accidentally left the group. Several.
And we've had a couple of people post, and all of a sudden they're guests, and they have no idea how it happened. And it's probably because you're posting from your phone.
So the first thing we're going to draw for is this $6 RAV downloadable pattern.
Okay. Number 77.
Number 77.
77 is Scarlet Castle.
Scarlet Castle.
Yeah.
So you have won a pattern of up to $6, and do you want to do the pattern because I'm going to do the mailing?
Sure.
Okay. So
Send
PM.
me.
I'm like, what is this? PM Kari, and she will get together with you and send you your
pattern.
Scarlet Castle. The second thing we have is a set of stitch markers from Templeton's Crochet and More by Ann Templeton, and it's templetonscrochet.storenvy.com.
Is that somebody we know?
She's in our group. I don't think I've met her. She's Anne Fran 25.
Okay.
So these are some really cute stitch markers.
Those are cute.
So one of you will win these. Yep.
No.
No, those are for a prize. So, random number generator. Generate another person.
551.
Ooh, way down there. So,
Whoa. Stop it. You went too far again.
sorry.
One more. There you go. Stop. 551 is Shamsa, who is Natalie.
5-1. So,
Shamsa.
Shamsa. SHAMSA.
So you want a PM Sue.
So you want to PM me your address. If you haven't PM'd me in the next couple days, I will send you a message. And then the other thing we have, because we have 3, is Undead Yarn.
And I'm really jealous because I like this color.
Frankenstein base, purple vein, 100% merino, 175 yards, which is worsted for 100 grams. And you get a little pin with it. So it's these pinks and
Grays.
grays and stuff. So, number
429.
429. So that's going to be upwards.
Whoa.
Oh,
Nope.
Oh, it's behind the camera.
Hang on.
No, you went too far. A little bit more. Whoa. Nope,
Nope,
one
this
down.
one.
Handbag Crazy.
which is Sandy. So, Sandy, if you want to PM me your address, I will get the yarn out to you.
Ooh.
And I think that's
She put it down.
I put it.
I have no shirt to put it down. It just kind of there can sit there.
So yeah, this is probably a longer than normal
Yeah,
episode.
put it down the top.
No,
I think everybody has to put it down the top before it goes out to somebody. There you go.
not happening with me.
It's between the undershirt and the...
It went down the outer top.
Yeah.
So,
Just in case anyone's wondering.
yay, we're done.
Okay.
I think.
Yep. No, we're done. Bye.
Watch us be at like 8:06 or something tomorrow. As everybody goes, crap! I left the group.
Oh well, you snooze, you lose. So Kari has to shut the camera off, and we're done.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.